Okay. So I need to stream on here. Where's the call at? Share your screen. Yeah, no problem, man. I can do it. And I'll just try it this way. I can always switch. It doesn't work out that way. I need to get Bacchus mod, Rocket League. It's like you have a 50 gig update. Go kill yourself. Every game I've been getting on, bro. It's like the computer stays on because I edit during the day and shit. It's supposed to be doing it automatically, supposedly. Oh god, what'd I do? Oh god. Alright, we need to switch this over. Yeah. Okay. Y'all see the screen? Alright. I gotta tab and open. Let's see. What was the first one that I pinged here? This one was James. Is Albino y'all's third? Okay, so this first one, I don't have a lot with Albino. I'll have to scroll a little bit more and see if I can keep it. Like, that's for sure the lineup, because I'll try to stick to that if that is. Okay. Have y'all played that lineup in a few matches? Because I don't see very many with that 3. Oh, well, no, this doesn't have James in it. Let me scroll a little bit more. Paper. Bearded Jack. Paper cut. Yeah, it's looking like I only have one with that. The same stuff will apply though. Like a lot of times in the replay review, it's when I get done, I'll type up the notes, like the main bullet points, and ideally you want to just like post that in your little team chat and look at that before y'all get on and warm up on the next one, so it's fresh in your mind. All right, let's do this. Okay, make sure my shit's recording. OBS is recording. Perfect. Oh, you avoided a bump. No, I just wondered why you didn't immediately go for this right boost. I think you thought you were about to get demoed or something. You see what I'm saying?
Well, no, I saw Albino go for it right here.
Oh, okay.
And so I figured I didn't want to
Yeah.
race him to
So,
it.
let's see how we're doing this. Okay. Backman cheats or boosts? Cheats. I like it. Okay. It's fine. It's a good pinch. No boost. I like it. Let's see here. I'm not mad at the touch. You could have kept it closer, but you didn't have a lot of boost, so you bought yourself time. But once this ball gets here, you're the first man, right? And you got your team behind you. This is their ball. So if it gets this high at this point, like, and you're almost under it, we need to be going for bumps. Like, as soon as I see that ball's that high, there's no way in hell I'm getting power on it, and it's not going to be good. So I'm immediately flying through, because you already made your play. You made a good pass, too. I'm going for bumps right here. And as I'm doing it, I'm staying on this boost path and going all the way back here. So I'm collecting boosts, looking for bumps, and rotating 3, and stopping, like, right around here, depending on what the ball does, so I can make a play on the ball. Because I'm going to bet... Oh, yeah. That's what Albano was thinking too. So that could also be a calm thing too. So calling it early is very good. You don't have very many of these. It doesn't look like it hurts y'all. Oh, you got demoed. That answers that question. I was wondering why you were so far back. Okay. Nice. I like it. Tried to soft touch it and for it. Yeah, it's a really, really awkward ball. If this was like a higher league, I don't think a lot of people in FL defend on the backboard. Ideally, Albino would want to be on the backboard here since James is in the net just to cover these types, but that's kind of like really, really nitpicky for FL. That was a really awkward ball. Okay. What is going on here? Let's see. Okay. You need to get out of here. So this got awkward. You were going to try to touch it, right? That didn't work out. That's fine, but staying here is cutting off the rotation. You need to get here. As soon as that you realize that you're gonna have to turn around to make another. You should never have to turn around as the first man on a goal line situation with people behind you and address it again. So once that ball came here, you want to go look to bump this shooter or anybody out here and rotate back post.
That makes sense.
Yeah. All right. See, because here's the deal: is like, look at your teammates. We're just,
I guarantee you.
yeah. James wanted to go 20 seconds ago. It's all good. Nice. Good touch. Nice. Okay, Albino's positioned well. Nice. I like it. Try to stay on. Yeah, I love that you didn't go up for this. You thought about it. You realized you didn't have any boost. You realize your teammate's coming in and does have boost. So this is really good. So if you're behind a guy that's in this type of situation and he doesn't know how close you are, right? You say, hey, I have no boost. If one of y'all want to take, you come up. Feel free to take it. I'll roll out. Or the guy behind can be like, hey, I see you have no boost. I'll go for that. You just rotate out and grab some boost. So I like that you got out there. I like that you didn't just immediately go all the way back to the goal as well. So this is kind of a tough ball. Like honestly, like with 20 boost, I'm either gonna try to touch this to the right, kind of like over here. Like you see Taz is coming up this wall like right here, right? So he's playing wall. So you can do two things here. We can either pop it up because everybody seems to be pretty low in this play, like nobody's in there doing it earlier yet. Or I want to put this ball over here because Taz is going to overcommit big time, like over here, and it's going to come off this wall, and it's something that you can follow up. And the more important piece is if you make this touch to the open space on the wall, you can follow it up by grabbing boost. So like you took your time with it, but unfortunately you hit him like right out. I don't know if you were trying to shoot it. Like you could possibly shoot here too if you feel comfortable doing that, but with that low boost, like I'm trying to probably hit it right over there to that boost, follow it up, and get a team play or get a demo.
That makes sense. Yeah, I think I was just trying to pop it up towards net. I didn't necessarily feel confident getting that shot, but
Yeah.
didn't
Did you
quite
flip
get that touch.
forward?
I was
Let's see.
hoping for, I don't think.
Yeah. I don't think you got under it like the way you wanted to. I think you were trying to pop it up, is what it looks like to me. It's a good touch by Albino there. Okay. Bumps. Love it. Okay. Love all of it, but don't hard dive in for it. So this is great, right? You made him react. Once this happens, he react. You've already done your job, right? He's coming off the demo to make a play, but you never want to chase these in the nets. So the deal is like a lot of times you're not going to get the demo, but just like you did, you just coming this direction to rotate through and go back and get boosts is going to make them react. So never like dive at it in the net because that gets extremely awkward and now you're just sitting here with no boost. So you make that, if you can hit it anywhere on this goal line and get the demo, that's great, but never go in and then just rotate out and grab their boost. But I do like that you went for the bump there because that's definitely going to open the door up quite a bit. So I'm not going to lie to you, very risky. Did you get a good hit? Yes. Is this going to fuck you 9 times out of 10? Yes. So I like that you're being aggressive, but Albino's got 0. James is upside down doing on a handstand in their net, and we got nobody behind you. So this is very. What should you do here?
Fake challenge.
Yes.
And shadow defense.
Yep.
Steer the ball.
So let's see where you were. Where'd you go? Okay. So I'm just gonna chill here. I'm just gonna wait. I'm actually just gonna see what he does, and I'm just gonna wait here. And if he hits it over here, we can shadow it to the corner like we've talked about for get boost. If he decides to cut it in, we can just shadow it to the other corner. And you want to keep your car diagonal from where he is at. So if I'm shadowing it to the other corner, I want to be like here. I'm trying to push him this way, and he can't turn the ball into me without taking a 50, right? And if he does do that and you take a 50, you also did your job. So just be real, real careful for those. Those are big momentum changers. A lot of times where you're feeling yourself right, you're spanking the team, and you're like, ah, fuck it, I'm going for this. And like one bad goal can turn the momentum in a series, and you're about to be playing in playoffs. So we want to minimize that as much as possible. I speak from experience on that, and it's not fun. So if I'm albino, yeah, who's got the better angle for this?
Yep, 100%.
Right. Now, if you come and grab that boost and play back wall and continue to rotate and play backboard defense, like this is a little bit more advanced, like, but I've seen you do this, so you're capable of doing it. Like, you need to let him know that you are not going for this ball. I am grabbing this boost, and that's it. And then I'm coming up here, and I can defend for whatever happens, right? And if it goes that way, I can push it over there. If it goes towards that corner, I can sit over here and be back post coming from the wall, if that makes sense.
Yep, that does.
And then again, this is a timing issue on Kami's. Like when you are going for that, you let him know immediately. Otherwise, he's gonna stop because he thinks you're gonna turn into this ball because you've already done that once in this replay.
Yep.
Good up. Nice, love it. You wanted that a little bit closer, like I know you did. But as soon as you don't have any boost and you're sitting in front of the net, you pound this shit into the wall and roll it, like flip into it. Honestly, a lot of times when I'm in this situation right here, I try to do like a soft diagonal flip through the ball to ground it towards the wall where my car's momentum is going to that boost, and then I can follow it up. Even if you don't get the boost, if you ground it and put it up on the wall, that's a no threat area right in the corner, so either way you did your job there. But sitting here like this, you're going to get smoked every time.
Yeah,
Or dunked on.
that was
Both we don't want.
unfortunate.
Love it. Nice. Let's see here. I like the patience. This is good. But once you see that, like, look where Albino's at, right? He's upfield to your right.
Yeah.
This has got to be you. And you don't have a lot of boost, but you have enough that you can. There's nobody close to that ball right now. So if you go quickly to this and make the decision, because you had to wait for a second for sure, right? It looks like he's going to hit this ball. But as soon as that happens, you need to turn on ball, not away from ball. And then at worst, I think you're going to beat him to this ball if you make the decision quicker. And if you don't, you're getting a 50. You did your job anyway. Because Paper can't, he can't do shit back here but wait. It's kind of like the same situation where he was in the corner earlier. So that's got to be a comms issue as well.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
Yep.
sense.
This is really dangerous. James didn't play it the way we'd like, but you coming over here is like compounding the problem. You need to just chill here. You got Albino that's nowhere in the picture yet. He's trying to get behind you. Now, if Albino gets behind you and you want to leak forward with James and be his two-man, that's great. But like, if you're the last man back, we don't do this. Because if they get a crazy pinch here, y'all are fucked.
Yep.
And he almost did. All right. So you know Albino's going back post, right?
Yep. I'm turning into him.
Right into him.
Alpha, yeah.
Yep. Good 50. Yeah. This needs to be calmed, but in my opinion, this is James Ball all day. So, I don't know if you didn't think he had enough boost because he just got boost, but I'm gonna say this is James Ball all day. But either way, if Albino wants to go for the, remember I'm recording this for him to look back as well too, so it's like I'm speaking to him. So this just needs to be calmed earlier, but we don't want to have two people using 85 boost to hit this ball that's probably not gonna go in because then we're both kind of screwed. Well, that was rude. That's so unfortunate. What happened here?
I was about to say, where was I?
Where are you? All right. So I think this is going to be a leaking forward thing again, right?
I have a feeling you're right.
Yeah. So what should you do here?
Sit
Yep.
and watch for a second.
Like the magic spot. is literally like right here. You just wait to see what happens, right? They get it, then I can go. But either way, I'm not going to be touching that ball before they touch it again. So it's not a timing issue that I need to be that far up. So be very careful when you leak forward because that can lead to some bad things. Okay.
Oh, I'm the one that got. Alright.
That's just a really good 50 by him. I would try to delay this a little bit longer. Like a single jump, right? And where do we really want to push this ball if we got the best 50 that we could get?
Um, I feel like out mid, but I honestly don't know.
So step one, this is why I asked the question. You need to know where you want this ball to go when you're taking the like before the 50. That way you can position your car to do so. Because a lot of times we're like, oh, there's the ball, I gotta go, and then we just dive at it. Kind of like a lot of times when we're not making our shots, we're just kind of shooting it at the net. We're not really aiming for something. So you need to have a goal before you take the 50. I would personally try to hit this. Let's see where you at. I would try to get on the right side of this ball and just let him hit this ball into me, and I want it to go that way. Because all these other people are rotating to the right, and it's open field over there, which buys time for whoever it's next, James or Albino, to follow up, and they got a mid boost that they can come up on it too. So really think about before you take your 50 where you want this to go, and then do it.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
It wasn't a bad 50, but
Roll or
it
something.
it looked like you just dove. You wanted to kill it, maybe, but just really want to have that in your head of like where you want that to go. Let's see here. You got demoed. Okay. Oh, he came off the wall. Didn't have any boost. Okay, roger that. Okay. Yeah. So here, Albino, I know it honestly doesn't look like it's in. And James is going that way, even though he's low on boost. James is probably going to collect a couple pads here, right? So we just need to trust him to go over here and hit this. So if we overcommit all the way over here, this is the problem that happens. Like we hard dove all the way to this side. Now we left the entire net open versus had we just came. Let's see where you are. Where were you? There we go. So what I'm doing is like you just need to recognize, and this is also a team comm thing. Like anybody can call this, but James, you probably have the best vision on it. Hey, that's not in. I'm on it, and just let that go. And then I'm just wanting to sit here as Albino, and in case James gets dunked or the 50 doesn't go his way, I now can clear this and have a better angle. But if I come, it's crazy how big of a difference of being here in net and being here with the entire net in front of you makes a difference in goaltending. Like it's a massive difference. Just like we'll talk at some point. A lot of people play net like this, like literally on the goal line. If you're gonna play net, we want to play net. I want to have room because if I'm playing in net, the only thing I have to guard is the height of this goal, correct? And that ball, eventually, no matter what happens, has to come into this zone right here to go in. So I have a pretty easy clear, and if I'm inside this net here, every clear I make, my car is pointed out into open space and mid boost. Versus a lot of times when we're here and we try to pop it up, and then the ball is still in front of the net, or we get like a pop and it hits that corner, we're still in trouble. So really look at that when you're playing. What the fuck just happened? When you're playing in the net. Damn, I haven't done this in a minute. Yeah. I like it. Yeah, I can see why you turned up field. I will say that I'm a pretty big fan of. This is a little controversial, but until you get into ML, I think anybody that's going for back boost, their first movement should be back towards the net because if I get this boost and I turn immediately to net, how many times does something skyrocket at the net? So if I come up here and go immediately upfield, it's probably going to go over my head. And if I come here and turn towards the net and it still goes on offense, it doesn't. It's 1 second difference for me to start moving forward. But it's so much easier to move forward than backwards if you overcommit this way. So I'd really like to see the backman cutting for boost turn to net and see what happens, and then they have an easier save if it's something they have to deal with, or they can continue up here and be the 2 or 3 man. You will see a lot less kickoff goals scored against you if you do that.
That is something I have given up quite a bit.
It happens, bro. I mean, it's all the leagues. It's huge. So like I'm in CL, I was in ML last season, and like all the way up to CL, every replay review I've done with everybody, like they all emphasize doing that. In ML, it's very different because you have to work a lot harder for the goals, so they want you to cut upfield and trust your teammate gets a good kickoff. So I would say for y'all, I think that will severely limit any variance on a bullshit kickoff goal, which also can be a big momentum changer if you're killing a team and all of a sudden they get a couple kickoff goals, and it's just because we wouldn't turn at the net first versus going upfield.
That makes total sense.
Yeah. Love that you're using speed flips in the open field. Love it.
Yep. That's made a huge difference for me.
Yeah.
Just being able to preserve boost better and just get around quicker.
So for us to 50, I'm not mad at this 50 here. Like, but are you trying to beat him to this 50, or are you trying to like meet him at the time of the impact here? Because like the
I
balls.
feel like I saw Albino back, and I feel like he didn't have a lot of speed coming into. Like I didn't feel like it looked like he was bringing a lot of speed to just bang it. So
Mhm.
I figured it was going to be a medium hit at best. And so if I can potentially get up there and dunk him or something, it's not like he's about to just smack it all the way downfield, where Albino can't get to it.
Well, the speed that you're coming in with
My hit.
is gonna be like
Yeah.
a really, really hard fucking 50. Like ideally, if you just jumped and let him hit this into the bottom of your car, and then flipped after it hit the bottom of your car, it's going to be a lot softer, and it's going to buy time for James to get out of here and Albino coming up. Versus like if you come in with this amount of speed in front of their net, you're kind of at a weird angle here. A lot of times that shit's just going to fly at Mach 12 and like hit this wall and come over here, and then it can become awkward, if that makes sense.
Yep. Like pitching it off of his car or something.
Yeah. I do like that you challenge. Well, I don't know what that is.
I was gonna try and bump that dude. I was gonna try and get in his way, because I knew he was going for it.
Okay. As soon as you get into these right here, like I really, really want you coming this way, like immediately.
Yeah.
Once you know you're going back post, because that's where the shooter for the team. Now they don't have a 2 man right now, but they should. So that shooter's usually gonna live like right here. So if you make a decision when you're rotating ball side to go the way you should, on this little boost path, you're gonna get a demo or a bump on their shooter like 85% of the time because they're not expecting it. And you already have to go this way anyway because Albino's about to move up to 1, and he'll have to go if James misses the ball. So I really want you to cut earlier of going to back post and looking for that shooter to bump on the way.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's a bad habit of mine.
I do this same shit, and then I'll justify it with, well, I needed boost, which still makes it bad. When the real deal is you just need to not rotate ball side. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, I probably did done the same thing, honestly. Okay. Nice. Nice. Where's Albino? You were a little close here, but I like that you were trying to be his 2 man here. Like you might just want to lay off the gas just a little bit more and get a little bit more space, just because this ball, if it does get hit by the defender, is gonna, if you're this close, it's gonna go over you every time. But this was fine. You made a touch, and honestly, that, well, he couldn't because 2 people jumped at it. I see why he went back now. That's fair. Nice. Yeah, I would just try to straight point these. It's this right here is not going to go very well. It's like you're doing a kickoff with a ball that's bouncing 3 times higher than normal. So just try to straight point these 50s here, Albino. Let them hit it into you, and then use that second. The real key to great 50s is you single jump into it after the impact. You use that second flip, because remember you got a second dodge, to gain momentum towards the ball, or use the second flip to recover. which makes you quicker, which makes you get back quicker, which makes you faster as a player. Okay. Let's see here. I saw the vision. Nobody's behind you, so you kind of had to do that. That's fair. See, I like how you didn't turn in front of Albano this time. This time you recognized it, right? Because the thing about that is you're not meaning to do that. I know you're not trying to cut your teammates off, but when you're the teammate and somebody does that to you, their car body language, no matter what you say you're doing, I'm thinking you're coming for the ball. So the sooner that you get away from that and you don't even make those motions, it just clears the head of the guy that's about to clear the ball. But you recognized it pretty quickly and then immediately got out of it. Yeah, I don't think we need to jump here. So well, nobody's actually on you, like jumping. So I would kind of let this get lower, and then if somebody does jump and you're patient with it, you can jump and meet them into a 50. So like this one, that's a really tough. This is like the toughest way to hit this ball here. So if you're just a little patient with that, you got somebody in net behind you. Even Albino's on you on the left wall. Be patient with it and trust yourself. And if they jump, take a 50. If not, take this ball and catch it, or do like a little soft pops or something that you know that you can follow up. But we made this really, really, really hard here. And you have full boost, so that you could probably do quite a bit if you control that on offense. You had them awkward as well. Okay, like it. So if I'm albino, I'm thinking this is my ball. Yeah. Even if you're going for a bump here, this you just need to be ready to follow up. Now here's the thing with this is that you don't have to always immediately come all the way back here. Okay, so when you're rotating through and you got over here, you can sit like right here and just see, right? James is about to touch the ball. So if I kind of chill here versus being all the way back here, if the pass goes long, then it is my ball. If the ball is short or in front of the net, then that's Albino's ball. But if I stay here, we have all three options covered. So like if the ball got launched all the way over here, Albino's going to have a hard time putting that in, right? But if you're right here and you let him know, hey, I got long, then you can go for this and Albino can be the follow up. And so any ball that's like right here or here is Albino's and anything long is yours here. And that will fuck some teams up. You'll kill their boost and they're going to be turning into a shit 50 and you're going to get a lot of follow up goals off that if you commit to that. But you do need to communicate that you're doing that. Well, we don't want to watch in. That's not our team. Love how patient you were. Unfor Beautiful. The old paper cut I know would have dove at this bitch immediately. This was perfect. And it wasn't something that you could really catch. Like this is actually a really, really good pinch to follow up. That's very well done. Now, the follow up, again, this was all good, right? You have no boost. You just need to get the fuck out of the way if you're not challenging this ball and get out of the two guys his line of sight that's behind you. Because if I'm James or Albino, I'm thinking this is my ball because you don't have any boost and why are you here? Why does it keep switching? Okay. I like the idea to try to 50 that. I'm in director, that's why. I can't read. Reading's hard. So you can speed flip. So watch after. Yeah.
I'm normally just diagonal flip. I don't think I can speed flip consistently
Yeah.
the typical way, I suppose.
I don't have the best speed flip either, to be honest. See,
It's something I've tried to work on with workshop maps, but I cannot seem to get
it's tough, bro. It really is. I end up doing a lot of stalls a lot of the time. You see how earlier you tried to high point this? Like, this didn't exactly go your way, but you knew that nobody was challenging you here yet, right? And then you're playing Taz. You're playing the ball for sure, right? But you don't have to react to anything that's not happening. You waited, and we didn't get the best 50 that we wanted, but this is exactly how I wanted you to address that other ball that we had earlier. So that was good. Does Albino dot you? Nice. Way to get out of there. Where's paper? Oh,
Again.
get smoked. Love it. Love it. I see what you tried to do.
Yeah, going right back into my teammate.
Well, the thing is it looks like James is going for a bump. Because at first I was about to get on to you about this, but like it looks like James is trying to go for like a bump to open up the door for you, like as he comes through here. And that was the last time you saw James. It just cut in. So I I like that you like you can do the same thing without being in his line. Like you want your speed flip to be this way because Albino's coming here. We never want to even put this into the universe that I'm going to smack the shit out of him. We just want to go like right here, and then you can still stay close because you needed to because James is up there. Just a little bit more less straight liney, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay. I think you just gotta like he's banging this ball up that he can't follow up. I think you just jumped way too early before you were in position to really hit this the way you wanted to. I've noticed that when we play. So like it's great that you're getting up quick. It's great that you're reading it, but make sure your car is positioned when literally nobody's challenging you and you know you're gonna hit this ball even if you take one more second longer. But if you're straight up with this ball before you jump here, because you kind of jump to the side and then over here, and then you have to like kind of angle back to the right to make contact, I think you get a way better hit like something that you could even follow up off their backboard, or you make a hit that's off their backboard and get a bump as you're coming through to your two man. Okay, it's great 50. So albino, you're kind of far away like when we're on offense, and then you start boosting and gassing, which causes you to get into your two man spot a little bit too heavy in speed, which makes these a lot harder. So I've seen you miss a few of these, and it's because of how fast that you're coming into these with speed because you weren't where you should have been from the rip. So like let's back this up a second. I'll show you like if this is where you should be. Like as you follow this play, we'll start from your car. Like you made your hit, right? And then we just want to come here. I'm just gonna wait to see what happens. I don't need to be over here because James is already there. I need to be here ready to go. And if I'm sitting like right here, then I have a perfect angle at anything that comes to the net. Versus when we came in with the speed that you just had, that's really tough to make that play. And I think that's why you're not getting the touches that you want on some of those. I recognize this because guess who else does that? Yours truly. And guess who misses a lot of these? Yours truly. Guess who shouldn't miss these? Yours truly. Good for it. Okay, nice. I like that you can hit that, but that this was kind of risky for no reason. Taking like James is here. Like I would rather James hit this ball than you paper, to be honest. Unless James calls you to do so, because every touch you make's putting it back in front of the net. Even if like you get the like you get a great touch here, but can you consistently do that every time with full confidence, not putting it back in front of the net? Because then it puts James in a weird spot. So that this is a comms issue, and then I'd rather the guy that has the angle take this. And you could still stay on the backboard and play defense, but you just let him hit the ball. It's a good save. Perfect timing for that boost.
Yeah, I moved up too far.
Yep. See, this was good, right? Till like you had your speed, got your boost. This is fine. This is when you just kind of coast right into that little magic sweet spot that we were talking about earlier. I promise to God you will get triple the saves that you get if you start working on this immediately. Because when you give them the whole net to mess with, like that's when you start getting in trouble. And it's like you're almost too fast for your own good. Like that's the problem about it is like you get faster and that's fucking great, right? We need to be faster, but you also need to know when to hit the brakes and kind of coast a little bit and like save that momentum. It'll also help your boost management overall if you really commit to that as well. If I'm James, I'm thinking this is my ball and she called for this. So this has got to be communicated too. Like I would have been up for that ball. Yeah. Like it's just better if you go back paper and play wall side.
I think I was just panicked in the last few seconds.
Yeah, no, I get it, but I mean, like, you just thought, like, first of all, this is extremely hard for you to even touch, let alone get a 50 or a beat on him. So if you just went here and did your normal shit, we know that James is back there, and you just come back here, you can even grab this boost, and you play the wall, and if anything goes over James, or if he gets beat, we still make the save there. But we trust him to get the hit. Generally, whoever's got the like, we know we do the numbers thing, right? Well, I'm one man, so it's me. Or like, how many times when it's between the ball gets hit by the one man, and it's kind of a ball that's in between the two and the three man, and there's a double commit because it's not called for early. The way that you should subconsciously work that out is who has the better angle to take that shot or that pass. If it's in between both of y'all and there could be a case made for the two or three going for it, it needs to be called immediately, and we want to defer to the guy that has the best angle, and then the other guy supports. Like that car body language will help your rhythm as a team a lot. Okay, so let's go to. We did the first green one. Let's go to this one right here. Play. Okay. Okay. Can't even not get screwed over when I'm doing replay review.
Here's that virus.
Let's try that again. Okay. I mean, it's an MLE file. Okay, what about the... I had 3 of these highlighted. Where'd they go? Fuck. 3 is... Using 3D. Yeah, I want all of those, but this one here. Alright, ho. I've never seen it do that. Make sure the game is running and Bakamasa is loaded. It is. I literally just hit play. Let's try it again. I mean, anything on ball chasing, I've never seen it disconnect from a replay when it starts loading it. If it don't work this time, I'll have to just snag a different one. Thank you, ball chasing, for telling me I can watch replays. How about the one I picked? Albino James 1. Paper cut. James. Where's the one you lost? This one. Alright. Fuck you too. I'll just have to keep scrolling, I guess. Let's see. 1, 2, that was a twos, twos. These are threes. That doesn't have jam. One with James in it. Forgot albino. Paper cut and beard. Alright, let's go to the next page then, huh? Page 2? That can't be all the replays he's in, there's no way. For you.
For me?
There should be pages of this shit. I might have to just do one that y'all won, but like barely. I think that's what's gonna have to happen. You can get enough shit. I can pull an hour and a half out of just a win, to be honest. I've done it before. Let's see here. 2, 3, 3, 1. The 3-1's one we just did. James and paper cut. Let's see. Alright, let's try this one then. What the fuck is going on?
I wonder if you're gonna have to restart your computer or something. That's wild.
What if I download this bitch? That also could be the issue. Yeah, it's usually when I delete these, it's in the thousands. Okay.
I should probably do that one of these days.
Let's try this again. Okay, what if I download it? Let's see, 2-3 in this game. You'll really want this one. Let's go with the download. Okay. Okay. How is there any files here? I just deleted everything.
They're all corrupt.
What if I restart Bacchus mode? To do it on multiple replays is weird. Well, it's weird it did any of them because I've done a lot of these and never had that issue. See, I deleted all the files, but yet it has all this. Doesn't make any sense. Let's try this again. 3, 2, 2, 3, threes, paper, James. Okay. Now it's not even bringing it up. Okay, well, let's try this. I've that's Garrett. I've done hundreds of these. I've never had this issue.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something with Steam. I mean, it can't be the OBS recording because we just did a full replay, like 45 minutes on that, so that can't be the issue either. Okay.
That is wild.
Oh no,
I don't
no.
know if it's something with the plugin. I just booted up mine just to see. And it's not even showing the play button on Focus Mode. Oh, wait, no, there it is.
Does it do it for you?
Yeah, it gives me the error too, so it has to be something with the plugin.
Okay.
Figures.
I'm trying to remember how if I download this, open in folder, drag here, demos, 648. Okay. Can't even do it if you download it.
Yep. Zero options. Awesome. At least we got the first one. That's about right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I can't do anything about that.
Unfortunate.
Let's get these shootings. Alright, well, we could probably get it. You don't have a. Y'all are on another bye week, yeah?
Yeah. Yep.
We could try to set up another one where maybe Albino can be here if it starts working again. And then again, like, I can do the twos as well on Tuesday would be a good idea, a good day for that.